So, why don't we each say who we are, and that'll put it in the recording so the people who read this know who's attending the meeting. I'm Gary Kanye,
I'm Owen Howson.
I'm Kathy Beck.
I'm Janice Moreno.
Roxana Dean.
and we're all eager to go on this cruise, and so I've prepared some information. So it starts with um, these notes for this meeting. Owen and I lived in Hawaii for 20 years, and we spent a lot of time on each of the islands, and we love Hawaii dearly. Owen and I will be offering our favorite things to do in each port of call. You're welcome to join us on all four islands, or you can do your own thing, or you can join us on select islands. It's totally optional. The plan looks like this. We would arrange to rent a van or cars to accommodate the group. If you choose to join us, reservations, tour tickets, excursions that you select to do with us must be prepaid in advance and all sales are final. We will charge the exact cost and we will split the car gas with whomever joins the experience. Short excursions are also offered through the Princess Cruise Line, and they have a slew of them, and they're expert at doing it. One advantage of booking with the cruise company is that in the event of a breakdown or emergency, the cruise line guarantees to get you back on the ship. Of course, we can't meet that same guarantee with our offerings. We would all agree that in an emergency or breakdown, we'll take personal responsibility to get back to the ship. Note, if you want to see active lava flowing, right now, Kilauea on the Big Island has lava flow. We won't see it from the land, but the best way to do it is from a helicopter. And you must book this through Princess Cruise Line as soon as possible. This excursion always sells out. It'll sell out before we even get on the ship. So that's a recommendation if that's something you want to do. If you want to join us in any port, we will need to know how many people will need reservations. So that's that information, and I will email that to all of you. Are there any questions about that?
No.
So if we go with you, then we'll rent a car, whatever, and you'll drive us and you'll just the whole day we'll go do whatever and then go back to the ship.
Exactly. And if there ends up
Sounds good to me.
being 45 of us going that want to do this, then we'll rent as many cars or vans or bus or whatever we need. Right now, it seems pretty there. As far as I know, there are 10 people booked through us, through our invitation. That's Owen and I, Bob Coker and his partner Beth, Greg Douglas, a friend of ours in California, Lynn and Linda Poindexter, Roxana Dean, and Kathy and Janice. So that's who we are right now, and that probably will be who we are. So I'm going to share screen to share this planning document that we've created. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. So our first port of call is the Big Island of Hawaii. We're going to come into port in Hilo. We will be there from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And what we're proposing to do is that we rent a car And we'd first go to the Hawaii Tropical Bioreserve Garden, which is a gorgeous uh, botanical garden on the Hamakua coast with lush rainforests. Place if you want to get pictures of flowers and scenes, it's beautiful. Paved walking paths. It is a lot of walking. There's over 2,000 species of tropical plants and beautiful coastal views. Then on the way back, we would stop by a beautiful waterfall called Rainbow Falls, which is an 80-foot waterfall. So easy little photo stop. And then we would drive to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. So it's uh, the national park that has a ranger station and visitor center, just like all the national parks. And there's volcanic vents, there's lava tube, there's a massive crater, um, hardening lava fields, lush rainforests, and high altitude desert landscapes.
And they also have a movie theater with they have a video guy who goes out and shoots the latest lava, and some is he's very good, and some of his footage is quite stunning, and
Mhm.
they show that regularly as well.
In Hawaii, this site uh, is a recognition of the work of Pele, the Hawaiian goddess of volcanoes and creation. And we would drive by these scenic overlooks and see the cultural exhibits and the ranger programs. There's hiking trails as well. Important to note, lava has been flowing since the mid 1980s, constant flow of lava, and it can come out anywhere. And so, due to Kilauea or Mauna Loa um, activity, that could change our ability to enter Volcano National Park. Right now, it's open,
Sometimes it
but
closes.
it could be closed, and we would know that before we go up there, but uh, we would we would look that morning while we're at the tropical plantation. We'll see that it's open.
Okay.
If for any reason we can't do that, Hilo Town is a great town. We could bop around in the town, and there are other things that we could do.
Mhm.
Great souvenirs, really nice people. Uh, yeah.
Would any of you interest in the helicopter tour of?
I know my mother and I are not. Mhm.
Okay,
I'm
I've
not going
seen the
to.
lava before, and and that's fine. So but we'll have a wonderful tour of our own.
Okay, I need to ask because this summer when I went to the Redwoods Forest with my daughter, I could walk fine, but I needed I mean, I can't hike. I mean, I can't do if I'm walking uphill and stuff, I need like a railing and stuff. But if so, is most of this flat
The
or fairly
botanical
flat?
garden has some slope. It's all paved. You're not
Right.
walking on rough trails, and I do think they have a golf cart
Yeah,
to take people from the top down to the bottom and then bring people back up. So that would be an option as well.
when we've been there's been at least one golf cart, maybe two, bringing people up and down. We haven't done that. We've walked, but yes,
But we could take the golf cart down.
yeah. Or I think
Okay.
they drive us.
In the Volcano National Park, it's a lot of driving to a site, smelling the sulfur vents, driving to another site, going in the ranger station. So it's not a whole lot of walking.
Right.
If we do go through the Thurston lava tube, even that's not. a long walk. It's kind of cool. You go in through a tube. It's
Oh, wow. Mm.
it's very
I
nice.
think as long as it's flat and paved, I'm fine. It's just when it got really rocky places, it was a little harder.
Cool. We'll
Are
take
there
that
My
into
balance
account.
isn't great.
And you'll be there with us and you can hold on.
are there places to stop and sit for a minute if my mom needs to, or
Oh, of course. And we'll
okay,
always have the car.
okay.
So there's always a place to sit.
And then like what time would you be heading back to the ship so that we make it back on time on the ship?
Well, I am absolutely with every ounce of my intention is I'm going to get back on the ship each time if we go off, we're going to get back on.
Okay.
The only thing that would stop that is if there's like, I don't even want to put it out in the universe. If there's a breakdown or an emergency of some kind that's preventing us from our intention,
Mhm.
we'll do whatever we need to do.
Okay.
Uh, but like I won't wait until my intention would be to get us back, return the rental car, so that we're back on the ship because the ship's going to leave at 5 o'clock, which
Okay.
means we need to finish whatever we're doing and get back. But what we've done this before in this window before, so this is doable. It's all in the Hilo area, so
Okay.
but we'll manage our time appropriately.
Thank you so much. This is so nice of you to do this.
Oh,
Yes, it
well,
is.
well, I love getting to do it, and it'll be fun to do it with all of you. So the next day is the island of Oahu. And uh, these are things we're putting forth, and we don't have to do any of this. We could do other stuff if people want to do other stuff, but this is what we're putting forth. So we'd rent a car, probably. We could take um, tour like double decker bus thing or whatever. We'll get transportation to Pearl Harbor, uh, and it's a wonderful museum there. And we'd get we'd schedule our appointment to get on board the USS Arizona Memorial, which is there. It's quite wonderful to get to visit that. So also on the island of Oahu is a wonderful place called the Polynesian Cultural Center. And it has little villages with people from Samoa, New Zealand, Tonga, Tahiti, Fiji, and Hawaii that offer various things from their tradition. And this was created by the Mormon Church, um, and 70% of the 1,300 employees at the village are Brigham Young University Hawaii students. Now, many of them are from these islands, and the students work in their islands and talk about the traditions on their islands. So it's very authentic, quite wonderful. Also, there they do a colorful um, canoe pageant where in their native dress down their little river, and then they have options. They have a luau, traditional luau, um, with the emu, the pig, that's cooked in the earthen oven, hula show, and island foods. They also have a wonderful show called Breath of Life with fire dancing, drumming. It's quite a spectacular show. Now, Owen and I have been to this several times and we love it there. And the last time we went, we did the super ambassador package. It was $295 a person, but you get an individual private guide, you get the best seats for each of the villages, and they get you to where you'll see all the best things that are happening, and then you attend the luau.
With the best seats ever for the show.
And we'd be eager to do that again. Another package is uh, about $100 cheaper per person, is just doing the part going and visiting the villages on your own and then going to the luau. And then the cheapest package is 149, where you uh, visit the villages on your own and then you take part in the buffet they have in a restaurant. So, any questions about any of that?
So are we purchasing those from Princess or something else?
We Everything that we're offering, we would buy. So we'll
Okay.
make the reservations ahead of time, and so whoever elects to do it will buy the package, book the group, and then whatever the final price is, that's what you pay. There's no extra added cost to these.
Okay, so when you say because we're going to do all this and do it in advance, do you mean before we even get there or after when are we doing this part? Making
I'm
all
going
those choices.
I'm going to send this email to everyone, and when everyone's committed to, yes, we want to do this when you're on Oahu, then we'll book the tickets at Pearl Harbor. We'll book the tickets at Polynesian Cultural Center for whoever wants to do it. Totally optional. You go to
Great.
Pearl Harbor with us and then do your own thing or whatever.
Okay.
Uh, so, and they're probably, I'll have to find out, but I think Polynesian Cultural Center probably has a bus that comes to the port to pick people up, to take them to the Polynesian Cultural Center and then bring us back. So we may not need to rent a car on Oahu.
And are you all going to be choosing the superior ambassador thing again?
Gary and I
Yes,
are.
Gary and I are going to do that again.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really quite wonderful. You have a cute, charming student from either from the U.S. or from one of these islands, taking you around to each place where there are reserved seats, and uh,
Okay.
it's a huge facility. And if you're just wandering around on your own, they have scheduled shows in each place, and it's a little hard to figure out where to go next and to see everything and this just works so well because these tour guides know exactly what's going on and how to give you the best time.
And it's also nice to experience a luau. If
Yes.
you haven't done that, it's quite nice, and this is a good one. And that's always going to have a price. But this included in this package, we think it's very reasonable. So,
And
Okay.
with everything else that the Mormons do, it's very well done.
All right.
so you can think about it, and you can go online and you can read about it and see if these things. I'm going to send you this planning sheet so you can go and look and investigate on yourself. See, oh, well, we don't want to do that, or we want to do that, or we're going to do everything, or whatever. 'Cause- So on the island of Maui, we'll be there from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Uh, this is the peak time for the humpback whales. Now, humpback
Oh,
whales come to um, this area, Maui, Kaho'olawe, Lanai, and Molokai all were one island at one time.
Hmm.
And it eroded and it left a basin between the islands. It's about 150 feet deep. You go just outside it and it's miles deep. Uh, and the primary predator for humpback whales, especially humpback whale babies, is the orca,
Hmm.
the killer whale.
Mhm. Okay.
Killer whales do not like shallow water. So this is the perfect nursery to give birth to baby humpback whales, feed them, get them fat, get them grown, so that at the end of the season they can more safely journey back to Alaska to feed. So the adults don't feed in Hawaii at all. The baby feeds on the mother's milk.
Hmm.
And and it's just so exciting to see the whales.
Mhm.
So we'll be going on a whale watch um,
Yay.
in Ma'alaya Harbor, which is just across the valley. Owen and I have been on many whale watches, and it's guaranteed you'll see multiple whales. There'll be mother pair calves, there'll be competition pods, there'll be breaches, tail slaps, spy hops, and naturalists on board to explain all these behaviors. It'll
And
be quite wonderful.
and the laws are very strict there. They protect the whales, and so when the boats go out, they have to stay a good distance away from the whales. But the baby whales don't know that. And the baby whales are curious. And so they will swim right up to the boat, and the mama will come along to look out for the baby. And so when you're sitting there in the boat, they've turned off the engine, and you can almost reach out and touch the whales. It's just an amazing experience.
Oh, sounds
Oh,
neat.
so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then right there in Malaya Harbor is a spectacular aquarium. It's called the Maui Ocean Center, and there's an open ocean tunnel where you can walk in. The rays and sharks are swimming around you. There's 40 plus species of Hawaiian corals, 3D experience, information about humpback whales, cultural exhibits, navigation, ocean stewardship, and a really fabulous gift shop. Lots of fish,
If if
all from Hawaii.
if you're familiar with the Monterey Aquarium, this has the same kind of consciousness. It's not the old fish tank kind of experience that people used to have. This is really immersive and intended to help you really learn about the ocean around the island.
And
It's
they have great consciousness.
wonderful.
So
Mhm.
that would be our morning.
Oh,
And then I have three choices. And we don't need to decide tonight, but the three choices are option A, an upcountry. Paniolo is cowboy country. Historic Makawao town with art and boutiques, pasture mountain scenery on the slopes of Haleakala, which is over 10,000 feet high. Possible stops, there's a lavender farm, surfing goat dairy, there's zip line, there's even a winery tasting room. Option B, Paia, which is a bohemian surfer artist town right on the coast. Just outside of Paia is Ho'okipa, which is a great lookout to watch world-class surfers and windsurfers.
Big waves.
And that's also the beginning of the Hana Highway. Now, we will not drive all the way to Hana, but we'll drive down the Hana Highway, which has, I think, 32 one-lane bridges. We'll go down and see the lush rainforest and waterfalls and what we see, but we'll just go a little way and then we'll come back. Um, whatever our time would work. Option C is Wailuku Iao Valley. Now that's the old Maui Mountains, the other side of the island. Uh, Sweeping views of central Maui, historic town shops, Iao Valley State Monument, which is the area where Hawaiians lived because there is four rivers that come out of very lush that come out of this rainforest. And so that's where all the Hawaiians lived on Maui because there was always water. And there's a place there called the Maui Tropical Plantation that has a little tram that they grow pineapple and coconuts and macadamia nuts
And coffee.
and coffee, and they kind of go tram stops and share with you about all those agricultural stuff. There's also zip line there, and there's other stuff, but so those are the three options. Any questions about any of those?
I don't think so.
Okay. And let's see here. Then we have Kauai. Now, Kauai, there's a uh, historic Fern Grotto cruise. This is was famous by a um,
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley movie was shot in Fern Grotto, and the Wailua River is the only navigable river in Hawaii. And so you take a cruise up the river, cliffs, waterfalls, tropical birds. They present some Hawaiian music and some hula, and it's a very short walk to the Fern Grotto to view. It's very pretty.
Hmm.
Uh, then we have a stop and look at the. Let me see if that's no. Uh, at the Ophiakea Falls and the Wailea River Lookout. So it's a double falls. There's no hiking. It's a picture shot and we get to see the river. And then we could go optionally to a arboretum where there's towering palms and rainbow eucalyptus and birds and peaceful shaded paths. We could do that. And then there's Kapa'a Coast. Now, one of the things that we'd like to introduce you to is Lappert's ice cream. Now, Lappert's ice cream is made in Kauai. They like to say that if there was any more butterfat in Lappert's ice cream, they wouldn't be able to call it ice cream. They'd probably have to call it ice butter. Um, it's very, very good. And the original Leopard shop is right there. So those of you, us, that would want to have a scoop can go in and have some leopard ice cream.
And it's a place you really need to know where it is because if you're driving by it, you'd miss it. It is just it's like
A hole in the wall.
definitely a hole in the wall that faces the street, and then the plant that makes the ice cream is behind all that.
Wow.
So that is what we have um, planned uh, right now.
And and that's all, it's all up to what people want as we all get together and
Basically, this is what Owen and I are going to do, and
ah,
any of you can join us.
there you go.
So if it's just Owen and I, we'll rent a car and we'll go do these things.
Yeah.
And if any of you want to join us, that's great.
So at any of those points, are we on a beach where we can actually walk out into the ocean?
Uh,
That's
We can at Kapa'a, that would be a possibility, or we could. One of the things I was considering was going to Poipu Beach, which is a beautiful beach, and there are also dolphins that sometimes come into that bay, and so we could get our feet in the water there.
I don't really
Um,
want to swim and I don't have to
just,
get all wet, but I
just get your
think I'd
toes in the
like
water.
at one point to say yes. Because I've never been in the Pacific, been in the Atlantic Ocean, but never in the Pacific. So I just like to say I'd done that.
Okay. Well, at Malaya, when we are getting on the whale watch, there it would be possible to touch. That's a little harbor, but it'd be possible to touch the water.
well, uh, yeah. Roxana is saying she wants to swim.
No,
No, no, I
she
don't
wants to
want to
get her
swim.
feet
I
in.
just want
She
to
wants to
walk.
touch the water.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
just
you'll be on the Pacific. Actually, we'll be on the Pacific a lot. But so there would, and it would be totally doable to plan to make sure to get you to a beach where you could
walk a few steps in.
walk the beach.
Yeah,
And that would be another option for Maui rather than the upcountry or the um, Hana Highway or Wailuku would be to go to the beach
And there's lots of wonderful beaches.
and spend some time just walking on the beach, looking for seashells, dabbing your feet in the water, or bring your swimsuit and get in the beach. I'd be totally happy to do that as well.
And we'd want to know ahead of time because you need sunscreen. The sun is very intense in Hawaii, and there's lots of it, and people get sunburned. You can tell the inexperienced tourists because they're red.
okay.
So at that time of the year, because when I went to Maui, it was like in June. So since this is February, is the water going to be colder?
Little bit, not much.
It's slightly colder. It's warmer than Dasrak Pool.
Oh, okay.
Um, so it's warm, and the temperatures will be warm.
Okay.
Um, most of the places where we're going to be on the dry side of the island where it gets 11 inches of rain a year. So the likelihood of a lot of rain is not going to be high. But on the windward side, it rains every day. So there will be, when we're on the windward side, we very likely will experience a passing shower, but it's warm rain.
Okay.
And when there's rain in Hawaii, you just find a little shelter and wait 20 or 30 minutes, and it's passed by. Or it can
Yes,
be
I
raining.
remember when I went in June that there were, rain showers and then they would clear up and
Yeah,
then,
Yeah.
it
it
wasn't all day.
could be
No.
raining on one side of the street and not the other.
Yeah.
So, but,
Well, it
but how
sounds
did,
wonderful to me.
oh,
And
good.
that you've taken all the hard work out of it. I appreciate that.
Well, absolutely. And it'll be fun to travel together in the islands and of course open to, if we see something like there's a farmer's market or an unexpected something, we can always add that and just keep track of our time and we'll just get back, if we do all of it or some of it and do maybe after the first 2 days we just want to park it on the beach and do
Lay out,
nothing else.
relax.
So,
I think there's plenty of relaxing time at sea. So
Oh, we're gonna get a lot of well, there's the option. What I love about a day at sea is you can be as busy as you could every single second could be busy, or you could do absolutely nothing.
Yes.
And I like that.
Mhm.
So I could do nothing for a while and then go do something, and because the
Mhm.
ship will offer all kinds of stuff. Physical activity, intellectual, creative outlet stuff
Mhm.
that will be available. A buffet of choices. Can't do it all. Uh, but I love days at sea.
And then were you going to bring up anything about the Ensenada stop?
Well, it's a 4 hour stop that's completely because of the Jones Act. The
Mhm.
Jones Act is any foreign ship that's in is in U.S. waters each week has to stop at a foreign port.
Mhm.
So the fact that it's traveling around Hawaii, which is U.S. waters, it has to go to a foreign port, and Ensenada is just over the border. So people can choose to get off. I suspect the ship will have a shore excursion. I think what I would do is just go off and walk around and look at the wares that's being sold and get back on the ship. Maybe
Okay.
not having
what is
spent
the
any money.
purpose of the Jones Act? Do you know?
To protect U.S. shipping.
It was to protect U.S. shipping, which the Matson Cruise Line, the Hawaiian cruise lines for cargo and for they had um the old ships that used when there weren't airplanes and people took ships to go to Hawaii, like we're doing. They're luxury ships. They were owned by Hawaiian um, shipping companies,
By U.S. shipping
U.S.
company.
shipping companies,
Yeah.
and it was meant to give preference treatment to U.S. ships, and that so the ship, my Norwegian cruise line, that cruises around the Hawaiian Islands every week. It leaves every Saturday from Honolulu and returns back to Honolulu on Saturday. Is a U.S. flagship, so it's chartered a U.S. ship. It's the pride of America. It has, I think, 70% of the crew is American, so they have to abide by American labor laws. So it's very expensive to run that ship, but it's also their most profitable ship because lots of people want to cruise in Hawaii and it's there. And it's a wonderful cruise, and it is different to cruise on a ship where you're talking with Americans. So English is a first language. It's a different experience, but it's also a more expensive cruise. So we're going for 16 days for less than we'd be able to go on that cruise for a week.
Hmm.
We first were going to do that cruise, but then when we found out about this, we switched to this one because
Okay.
I like days at sea
Mhm.
and still go to Hawaii.
Mhm.
Yes.
So,
Mhm.
any other
Thank
questions?
you.
It'll be okay for me. There's not going to be a lot of walking. Just
Well, my mom is asking, is it going to be okay for her? Is like, will every day be a lot of walking?
There will be some walking at each place, and given that Roxana doesn't want to walk a huge amount, we can plan our days around our abilities, or that the place has. I do believe the Polynesian Cultural Center also has golf cart to to transport you to each place so you don't have to walk.
well,
That's
that would
good to
be
know.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So So that
Is
would
that
be,
extra cost on my part?
uh, why don't you log into the computer and go to Polynesian Cultural Center and see what they offer for um, someone who, you know, or or even call them and say, I'm coming and I can't walk very much. Uh, I have mobility issues. Can you get me around? And they'll tell you.
Okay.
They
Okay.
have millions of tourists every year.
Mhm.
Uh, and then when I'm looking at these things and calling these places, I will ask, do you give transportation for people who can't move very well? No
Okay.
problem at Volcanoes National Park. We'll do our own driving.
Mhm.
Uh, so,
I can walk pretty well. I just can't hike. I can't like go up rough terrain. That's what I
That,
can't
me
do.
too. Yeah.
well, we
I
won't be
can
doing any rough
I
terrain.
can walk.
Okay,
Right.
so
Yeah,
that's
right, yeah,
reassuring for you.
right.
So,
So when we're done with this, when we're doing this, we're as a group, right? Right, Kathy?
She's asking what, if we're doing it with you, we're doing it as a group.
yeah, we'll do it. Our group is going to do this. I'm not booking this through the ship. You have the option. You can book all of your visits to the through the ship. They have wonderful shore excursions. They do it all the time. Um, and they'll accommodate there's lots of different options for shore excursions. So that's another option. Is doing it through the cruise ship. Um, but this is another option. So I encourage you to go in, go into Princess Cruise Line, go to Emerald Princess, and look at the shore excursions and see what interests you, and uh, and if and decide. Um,
Because another word, we could always do like certain days with you and
that's
maybe
right.
pick one day that we do our own excursion and we don't go with you.
Absolutely. Or you could
Okay,
do the morning. You could do the morning in Oahu with me, and then the afternoon do something, and whoever wants to go Polynesian cultural, come with us. Everything's optional. It's a buffet of options. And I will email um, this planning sheet that I have of of
okay,
of possibilities, so you can look at the names and go and look them up. See, and if you
Okay.
come up with other ideas, email them to the group. Like, oh, I've the shore excursion says they're going to go do this. What do you think about this? And we can consider anything.
okay. And when I talked with Bob on the phone before, I don't know if this is correct or not. He said something about the group eating dinner together the first night on the ship.
Well, we definitely can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think it'd be wonderful to plan regular times to get together.
Okay.
I think planning breakfast or dinner together as a way of touching base, that there be a place where I know we're going to go, and then anyone can join us, and then we can share what we've done that day or what we're planning to do that day, or um, all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I read or I looked at a video and it said we're going to have these medallions, which I
Yes.
Yeah.
guess let you, and there's a way you can link with other people's medallions or something to check in to know where they are or something like that.
Yes. Yes.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah.
And I ordered there's all kinds of ways of holding medallions, and I ordered a medallion clip. So
Okay.
it's made. It wasn't expensive, but it has a little clip on the back, so you could clip it to a strap or a purse or a belt. Uh, and it's made to hold the medallion. So I got this because I don't personally like to wear a lanyard, and I think it comes with a lanyard. I'm not big with
Okay. Yeah, I think it
stuff.
comes with the lanyard.
I'm
Yeah.
not big on stuff hanging around my neck. But I just went on Amazon and did medallion, Princess Cruise medallion holders. And actually, I think I was looking at YouTube of someone who goes on Princess Cruises and said, "Oh, we like this clip." And it was real handy. So I have them right here. I've ordered two of them for Owen and I.
And apparently they get them in and out of our rooms, and anytime we order something, we don't have to sign for it. They just know who we are and they charge it to our account. It's pretty cool.
So if you want a cappuccino, you just ring it on your medallion and thing easy to spend money.
Yes.
Yeah, I used one before and I had bought like it's like a watch strap and you could
Uh-huh.
like insert it into there, but I have to look for that. I don't know what I did with it.
Yes, they're like a watch band and it's on it. Yeah.
Yes.
I saw those as well.
I've only been on one Princess cruise line, so this will be
Mhm.
my second.
Well, we were on Princess years ago before they had medallions.
Okay.
Um,
Oh,
it was just a cruise card. Um, I had another thought. Oh, Owen and I typically like early dinner, and then we go to the first show. We like to go to the whatever the performance is in the theater, and they'll have two shows. They'll have an early one and a late one. And Owen and I like to go to early dinner and then the first show, and
Because
then we go to bed.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No plans for any all-nighters, huh?
I no, I'm not. Now, I do love to dance.
Okay.
And so if anyone wants to go dancing, I will be, and Owen is not a dancer, so he won't be dancing.
I'll be happy to sleep.
I would love to dance.
I do too, so maybe we'll get to
yeah,
do that.
she loves to.
Excellent. Excellent. I can cut a rug.
He used to teach dancing.
I've taught dancing.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I just love to dance.
Mhm.
So
You know
it can
ballroom
be.
dancing,
I know lots of ballroom dancing.
huh?
I can Viennese waltz, tango, foxtrot,
Wow.
uh, Lindy, jitterbug, um,
Two step.
rumba, salsa,
I'm impressed.
merengue, cha-cha.
Oh,
Yes, I can ballroom dance.
Oh, good.
But is every dinner you really have to dress up?
No.
No, uh,
You
I
had on the list, I forget how many
there's
times you said,
there's three
um,
times on this cruise that will be dressy, but gone are the days that people go all out with tuxedos and gowns. So people tend to go for their dressy as stuff. What I've decided I'm going to take for me is um, a navy blue suit that I can wear a suit and tie for the dress nights, and then I can use the top blue blazer as just a blazer with pants and doesn't even need a tie, just have I think cruise is one of those things that take as few outfits and then accessorize it with a scarf or a way to change up so you can wear the same thing over, but you're not wearing the same thing. And these people not going to see you again. We're not going to care what we're wearing.
that's what I
Um,
figured. I'm
you
taking
know,
half as much and repeat because who cares?
and
Yeah.
they
Yes,
do, you
right.
can have laundry done and they have laundry facilities on the ship. So you can go and do your own laundry if you want.
Mhm.
And there was some mention about um a jacket or a sweater
Well, did you
like
get the,
during
I'll send it again, but the packing list?
I know
That,
you sent it. I'll have to see if I still
well,
have
I'll
it.
send it again with this, with these two documents as well.
All right.
And in
Okay.
it tells what the basic temperature is going to be in Los Angeles, what the temperature will be from Los Angeles to Hawaii, what the temperature will be in Hawaii, and all that.
And then also there's temperature on the ship. And generally temperatures on these cruise ships are okay, but we found that the temperatures in the theater for the night shows can be very cold.
Mhm.
And
So it's good to have a wrap if you get cold in there. If you don't get cold at all, then it's not a problem.
yeah.
Uh, but I will always have with me an extra layer.
Okay.
Um,
Questions on?
Not really, no.
And then the cabins, of course, you can make any temperature you want.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
and if any questions come up after this, oh, I wanted to remember to ask that. You've got my phone number, you've got my email. And if you want to email the group, look at this YouTube I found or whatever. We can communicate with each other we're beginning our journey together. And so we can share our thoughts and concerns or considerations and then if as you decide, um, let me know what of those things because there are some of those I think we can get a group discount. And so if we know ahead of time there's four people that are going to do this or there's eight people who are going to do this, we can book the reservation and um, go from there.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank
Wonderful.
you.
Absolutely. So that's that, and I'll end our recording.
Okay.